Cam and Bartow. A little too soon. A little too soon. I'm good with your dad. He's good. He tipped me to put a plug in for the radio station. So, okay, we're good. Mr. Chris Thornburg.
Hi, everybody. My name is Chris Thornburg, and I am Justin's best man. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us for the ceremony today. For those of you who knew I would be making a speech, thanks for not leaving. It's very nice. And for those of you who don't know me or who didn't know that I would be speaking, the exits are located in the rear, and you can go there. I actually started writing this moment about 6 years ago, and none of you will be shocked to know that it's still not done. That's fun. But I started writing it six years ago because a long time before that, years and years and years actually, a boy met a girl and made a decision that there was something in the world he wanted more than his favorite hockey team to win. Now he made this decision before another very, very important decision was also made. You see, this gentle, puck-loving man in the middle of the room there decided that he wanted to make television in middle school. And so he joined Bartow Middle Television, where he met this really scrawny but witty and also a little sexy ginger man that's standing before you today. And squeaky as well, yeah, that's very true. And we became friends throughout that first year, but in the summertime, we exchanged numbers. We were gonna be like, hey man, you wanna hang out, exchange ideas, talk about what you wanna do, getting ready for high school, all that fun stuff. What I would then come to find out was that Justin had made another decision, and that was who he wanted his best friend to be. And I didn't know that at the time, so I was really kind of shocked when I started getting 4 phone calls every single morning. Just, hey man, what's up? Nothing, just doing the same thing I was doing 10 minutes ago. That's fun. He called with stories of hockey and pro wrestling and movies that I'll never see because he's already explained the plot lines to me. It's gotten to the point where I'm never going to see Almost Famous because out of spite at this point, just because he talks about it enough. So I made a general rule. I said, Justin, if you ever call me, I'm not going to answer. Leave a message, I'll pick it up, I will call you back later, we'll complain about the lightning for 4 hours, it's fine. And if there's ever an emergency, feel free to call me 2 times in a row. I'll know exactly what that means, and we'll go from there. And he's only done that twice, for as long as I've known him, almost 15 years now. The first time he did it, I was in a intimate setting, and he called and I stopped everything I was doing in that moment, just to answer the phone. Hello! Hey man, what's up? Nothing much, Justin, how you doing? How are you? Is everything all right? You called 2 times in a row. Is you okay? Yeah, man. I just seeing how you're doing. Just want to see what's up. Great. Well, listen, I gotta go. Yeah. Okay, man. So anyway, the Lightning, they picked up somebody off of waivers, and I then spent the next 20 minutes talking to Justin, and that was the first time. The second time would actually be the very first time I heard Justin, my best friend, in an emotional state. And it was in that phone call that he was overcome with emotion under the realization that he would be spending the rest of his life with the woman that he loves. Now, the woman he loves, I've actually known since I was a few months old. Depending on which of the 2 mothers you ask, I was either in the delivery room coaching the obstetrician during the birth, or I was in the waiting room. Regardless, I've known Kayla for a really long time, and Kayla, you are phenomenal. We are so incredibly alike, and honestly, that speaks more to Justin's taste than our own. But that's honestly what I love about you. You've got this ability to go right back to being a 4-year-old dancing in the middle of the room to the Spice Girls. I didn't do that, but I guess I do now. You will go basically as silly and as childish as you need to be at times, and then in the very next moment you will be so professional and mature, and you'll be stronger than I could ever hope to be. You are my sister, and I'm so proud of you, and I love you very much. But anyway, that was the girl Justin called me about 6 years ago, and that was the second time he called me twice in a row, and that was the moment that I started writing this moment. And from that call, I've been writing a speech. Justin, you're my moral compass. You taught me how to be a best friend. You know, you're truly a brother to me. And hold on a second, Vito. Could you cover your ears real quick? Thanks. You're my best friend. And I love you. In a totally heterosexual way.
Yeah, right.
There's a term in the film industry called a meet cute, and it's basically a template for how a specific type of story is told. This specific story is called a romantic comedy. And it's basically a lovable loser, sometimes with breakaway pants. He meets a cute girl that may not initially fall head over heels with him, but through his actions, and through his heart, through his dedication, through his faith in her, they come to a moment where the world just kind of falls into place, and they realize that they're meant to be together forever. And we've seen this template played out in numerous movies for years, and with numerous couples and combinations. But I can say here today, very defiantly, that you two are my favorite couple. Hands down. And today is the final scene in your little meet cute, your first story, you know? And I just hope that tomorrow we can all join together and help you start your second story as you go on and continue these incredible adventures. So, with that, I'll shut up. And a toast to the wonderful bride and groom. Congratulations.
Chris will have that book for sale in the lobby later for a nominal fee. Great speech. I've heard many of them. That was awesome.